What's up? All right, that's enough, Olivia. Hi. Twitch has been having issues today. I'm feeling them. I'll tell you that much. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a while. School's been schooling. It's a lot. But I got a couple hours today. So here we are. Hope everyone's doing well. I've got a 4-day weekend coming up, which is huge for me. Shout out to, I guess, the presidents, I suppose. Not all of them. Not most of them. Very few of them. Who are like the presidents I would consider good people? At a certain point, you're in such a massive position of power with so many important decisions that like you're inevitably going to contribute to the deaths of thousands. That's just the nature of the job. But I do think like there's a very limited number of presidents that I'd be like, you know what? I trust their judgment. Honestly. Lincoln was a I'll stop slavery out of convenience kind of guy. He was definitely not a steadfast abolitionist. Usually I like leaders who don't like slavery. Like that's like their like main point. Lincoln was like, would this be a good tactical decision for the Lincoln administration? FDR contributed, I think, the most positively to the country. Well, no, okay, if we're doing that metric, I think it is Lincoln for just ending slavery. But I think FDR in the modern era contributed most to like social programs that actively help people day to day. But he's also kind of crazy and went for 4 terms. Lyndon B. Johnson, I loved his domestic policy. That was awesome. He just did a little bit of war crimes, right? Obama seems chill. That's good. Yeah, you know, nothing's great. Not a great list of people. Really proud of my students in the students in my area. Students did a planned walkout to protest ICE, and whether you agree with them or not, you should be happy about their civic engagement. I don't need to play the middle ground. Yeah, I think if you don't agree with them, fuck you. That's kind of my perspective. Yeah, we did a walkout last week or 2 weeks ago. We did a walkout, but the problem is with law school, all of the professors and faculty are pretty progressive. So like they'll condone the walkout or like allow time for the walkout or join you on the walkout, which obviously it's better than disallowing the walkout, but like there's not much of an act of rebellion if you're getting like a time slot to do your walkout. So you kind of need the person to say, hey, if you do this, I'm going to flunk all of you. And then everyone in the class walks out regardless. Like that's how you have a successful walkout, you know? 3 high schools did it today. Yeah, I mean, look, if I was running a school, I would do the same thing. It's not like I would I'd lay the hammer down, but Obama might be one of the better men to hold the office. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, well, all this stuff in regards to immigration and drone strikes, and like, I'm not going to pretend to be a scholar on the Obama administration, but a lot of criticism Trump gets for his first term, Obama was guilty of the same stuff, except he was a much better, much more articulate Obama, and not to mention, he's less insane, right? Trump part 2, we're kind of going into unforeseen territory. I don't think Obama and Biden, you know, even through their decision-making, have caused this much harm. But he's a really, like, you know, I think you look at Obama and you're like, it's a very respectable guy, right? Why do you always have Big D attempts in your stream title? I'm fairly new to this corner of internet reality TV world, unaware of the lore, want to understand. So, thanks for asking. Big D is a house guest who's on Big Brother 23, Derek. He was the runner-up, and a lot of the community clowns on him for being one of the worst players in the show's history. I think that's extreme. I don't think he's that bad. However, it became a running joke on the stream that I would do a Brant steal, which is like a Big Brother simulation type thing that they have online. And I would keep doing it every stream until Big D got a win. And I think we're on like 4 months at this point. Something like that. So someone's got to keep track. So, school gets punished in Texas if schools do ICE walkouts. Well, that's what that means is those are the exact schools that need to walk out, you know? As like inspiring and it's a good thing that like schools in Boston are walking out, like politically the Boston government is pushing against ICE, right? Texas for more reasons than one The issue is a bit more prescient there. We've been close only a couple times. We got within one vote once. We got to the final four last season. We've gotten to, or last stream. We got to the final two a few times. Honestly, it's not that bad. We're kind of on the up and up. You just got an ad during your explanation. I'm not subscribed currently. That's hilarious. I just do a Brent Steal, which is a online simulation of the thing, and I play as Big D and I try to win, and I haven't done it in months. But that was great timing. Anywho, how are you guys? Did you fix Patreon audio issue or come up with a solution? Yeah, I fixed it for the podcast. For the podcast, I'm just going to use a different mic. I don't like recording on this computer setup in general for the podcast. I don't think America does either, just because it doesn't look distinct. It just feels like another stream or book club or something. So when we stream back on or record on the couch with the other mic, that problem just doesn't exist. For the rewatches, I need to figure out a solution, but it won't happen in the podcast again, at the very least. For the rewatch, I'm just hoping, like, somehow it's a cable issue, even though I've switched out the cable a few times. Because if it's the actual audio splitter, that's kind of brutal for me. It's just expensive. But, I mean, I'm not going to keep putting out shit audio, so I'll fix it. It's just, I have to do more testing with that. But it's good for the podcast, at least. I can ensure that. Can you just use the other mic for the rewatch? I can. That's an option. It's just worse, you know. And obviously, it's better when this one shits the bed. It's just like this is like a $700 mic or whatever it is. It's like it's fucking annoying, you know. Like, so yeah, Monday rewatch works good. I know what the issue is, right? I just don't know when it pops up because we don't hear the audio feedback in that exact moment. Maybe what I could do is like have an AirPod in and then have my laptop in the StreamYard and I could like hear I'd go crazy. I don't know. I got to think about it. GPE side, thanks for the 26 months. Superfly for the 25. Brianna for the 26. Look at us, Brianna. How far we've come. Just instinctively, I pronounce your name right. All it took was 2 years and 2 months. But we got there. It's huge for me. It's huge for mankind. Yeah. Let's look at the Reddit. Let's look at both Reddits, I guess. We're doing that these days. Lot of, not too much going on, to be honest. So, applying questions. See how I can help. I recently applied for the first time, and I'm going to ask some questions. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly Ann for the 2 months. Appreciate you. Watch Jesse's video. Okay. Is it okay if your audition video is lower quality? The video won't submit when I had it in 720p, so I changed it to 480p. So I assume what happened is like the max size of a file that you can submit is a certain thing, and in order to get it to that file size, you have to go lower. You want it to be as high quality as possible. Quality will not be the deal breaker in whether or not you get called or not. If you get a clear vision of what you look like, and the audio sounds fine, you're perfectly good. What I would recommend is just film on your phone. If you're using like a nice camera or you're using some software on your computer, it can take up a little bit more space. Just a simple like phone recorded video usually does a bit better. But yeah, compress it to what you need. The video is not the biggest deal. It's just like if they like your personality, they like the info you're putting out there, the quality is not super relevant. It's got to be really bad to like hinder the experience of reviewing your application. Is it okay to resend an audition tape, or is that doing too much? I wouldn't. I think you send it one time. If you have doubts of like, oh my God, this crazy new thing happened in my life that I want to add, or that audition tape sucked ass, let me do a new one. Maybe I could understand it there. But I think most of those issues should be solved by like not submitting it in the first place. So I just think like spamming the video, like the casting people are just people. They're going to get annoyed. DD. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you. I saw on another post they stopped looking at audition tapes around May. So is that when you would expect a callback if you're selected? I think both of these things are untrue. They stop looking at videos when they think they have enough people. Like if by tomorrow they think they have their dream cast, they'll be like, okay. they obviously won't stop looking at videos, but like if they're in June and they still need a redhead, they might dip into their audition pools. They might. But in general, you apply and you should get a call back. If you get a call back within like 2 weeks to a month, it's very unlikely you apply in February and hear back like late April. That's just not how it works. For us, I think finals were like late April, May. Does that sound right?
It was in May.
Yeah, it was in May, I think.
I got cut June 1st.
America said she got cut June 1st, so if that gives you some sort of range of dates. Our season was also later than, recent seasons have been. We started in August, so, like, I'm sure it's a couple weeks earlier than that. I tried to sell myself as a superfan nerd with a passion for the arts and even showed off some of my paintings. Is that too corny? Not at all. No, if that's who you are, that's who you are. I think you just want to make sure everyone knows you're the nerd, and that should be obvious by how you present yourself and how you talk and how you look, and, like, just be consistent with that. And then you have to show something about yourself that deviates away from the nerd archetype. Because every nerd, loves playing video games and loves doing this and this and this. If painting is your big, like, deviation from that, that could be cool. America auditioned more than once? No. She got told no and then got told yes. In the same cycle. So, hope that answered this Redditor's questions. Is Janelle a hero or a villain? This is the stupidest question of all time. Respectfully. Janelle's one of the biggest heroes in Big Brother history. If you want to say, like, no, it doesn't even depend on season. BB14 was maybe where she was the least heroic. Say what you will about Janelle, in real life, it's your opinion. Season 6, Janelle might be the biggest hero in Big Brother history. Season 7, Janelle is somehow still the hero going against, Will and Boogie. Kind of because she's with Will and Boogie and she's against, like, James, and James is the villain. Season 22, she's also a hero. Like, that's how she's edited. That's always the position she ends up in. She's the underdog. There's no case for her being a villain. Is she a flawed hero? Sure. Not very nice sometimes. But she's a hero. Heather, thank you for the 26 months. I hope you're doing well. So, yeah. Janelle's a hero. On 14, she kind of stood up to Willie Hantz. Anything in the first week doesn't count. You never know how people are going to be after week 1. Brittany giving teen beauty pageant realness in her HOH room. Okay. Yeah, she looks cool here. It is funny. Just like, this is her face. Just so much younger. Has anyone received a callback yet? Let's see if anyone's going to flex their callbacks. Once you get an official callback, you're not allowed to talk about it on social media. Here, okay. You shouldn't. It won't. If they want you, they want you. And also anonymously saying something on Reddit, you'll be fine. But yeah. I got a callback and they told me I was too much of a punk. I don't know if I believe this person. No one has, and no one will for another couple days. Yeah, I don't know. My instinct is they've done callbacks, like a few of them, but they're probably trickling slowly. So if you applied, just keep your phone. Libra suffered a stroke. I hope she's doing all right. Can't believe she was cut from The Amazing Race. Such a travesty. People talk about me and Zach. We lost Jen Johnson and Libra. That shit's crazy. Cory Flair. Who do you side with in Yvette versus April drama at the Final Four? I side with the non-racist person. It's generally my contention. What we're all doing wrong when applying. I like how presumptuous this post is. This is set up for a good comment. BB gets thousands of videos, and there's probably a few people in a room tasked with watching these videos. Sure. We have to create characters that are extreme versions of the character type that we are based on our looks, any personality traits we have and our work. There's a reason why a lot of our favorite players were able to get close to the end of the casting phase multiple times before eventually getting cast, like Dan. Now they make it clear they don't want an overproduced... I don't know. They're basically saying bring a lot more energy, which I agree with. I think this is fine advice. I just think trying to play a character is a bad idea. You will not seem natural. It will not work. What you need to do is figure out what your personality is and then just push it to the 10,000th degree. And that's basically what they're saying. See, I kind of agree. I think when they say, like, we don't want, like, characters, we don't want, like, fakeness, really, that means, like, they don't want to be able to tell that you're being fake. Or tell that, you know, this isn't actually how you normally are. And that just comes down to delivery. I feel like Adrian did it last season. Adrian's interesting because, I mean, the more I think about his pregame press, the less I think he was actually lying. Like, did he ever talk about, like, betraying and backstabbing? Or did he just talk about being the best player of all time? Which in his mind was probably just winning the wall comp. Like, I think he was just super high energy and seemed all over the place. And that's what made his interviews good. He never really talked about being a crazy schemer. He said he'd be the best player of all time, better than Dan and Derek and stuff. But I'm sure his version of that was just, like, loyalty, getting to the end, winning unanimously. I love how, you can always tell, like, the people who are, like, the drama people, except Giuseppe. Well, sure. We'll talk about this goofy-ass post quickly, because I do have something to say about it. Not this one. Who's your favorite modern showmance? Season 22, season 27, by the way. There's one answer, because there's one still around. I guess you could just say, like, oh, I missed the time when they were together, but it's almost a win by default. Anyways, someone said Kelsey for BB28. Kelsey, Vinny's ex. It's the worst idea of all time. It's the worst idea of all time. Just so toxic. Casting wouldn't do it. How would you explain it? Also, it's like, who's to say she'd be any good casting? Right? Like, being associated to a Big Brother player has no bearing on how good of a casting person you'd be. I mean, like, I get it. I'm the relative of a person, but I also went through the whole casting process and, like, thought I was pretty good casting. I think if they ever did a relatives of BB player season, that would be a terrible idea. Yeah, it just wouldn't. I don't think y'all understand the vision. Like, what would be fun about it? If you're saying put her, Vince, and Morgan on, maybe, but now we're just watching a different fucking show. Now we're, like, I don't care for that. I want to watch Big Brother.
They just want to hear her side of it.
I feel like she's been pretty vocal about her side.
No, but they're like, oh, like, we want the unfiltered version of how Vince was, and, like, they just want the
Here's what you guys do.
From that relationship.
Subscribe to, like, her Instagram subs or something. Like, you can get that information from her in a different way than her being on Big Brother. That's what I would say. So I think this is a bad idea. And I feel like so many people bring it up. It's like, it's such a half-baked, thing. See if there's any other posts. Golden Big Brother. We're going to talk about this later, so I don't want to talk about it yet. Another casting thing. Shout out to Janelle's blouse. What do I do if I accidentally put the wrong email in my application? Here's what I'll say. You're perfect for the show. This is great work right here. They did cast Alyssa and Tiffany. I think pretty obviously, like, if you have a legend of the show, which both Rachel Riley and Vanessa Russo are, and then they have, like, twins or siblings who look the exact same, like, I think there's a more reliability that that person's going to be a casting hit. Not to mention, there's casual appeal. You look at Alyssa Slater, and that is Rachel Riley. Like, they're the same person, at least to a casual's eye. Whereas, like, the amount of explanation they would need to describe Kelsey to the casuals, be like, remember last season? It's like, no. So I think that's pretty obvious, the difference between, like, an ex-girlfriend and a brother or sister who resembles the player who was on the previous season or two. Same with Pauly and Cody. But yeah, sending the wrong email in your application, that's pretty funny. I would just submit it again. BB30 All-Stars cast. Okay. Let's just get into the concept of the stream. Because we're doing a new kind of tier list today. I pardon my lack of dark mode when I show you the screen, but here we go. We're on Canva. Look at that. Is there a way to full screen Canva? Ooh, cool. Well, full screen that way doesn't really work. Maybe I do this and then like this. 1 second. This could be good. Look at this. Look at me go. Looks a little bit cleaner, right? Okay. So rich tapestry, yada, yada, yada. You guys understand how I rank things. Now, we're using a different form of a tier list today because ranking an idea for casting as this is great, this is bad, I think paints a non-holistic picture, whatever the opposite of holistic is. A partial picture, perhaps. Because some of the greatest casting ideas are ideas that would never happen. And some of the worst casting ideas are ideas that are very likely to happen. So having a tier list where like the number one thing is all cast members named Cory, yeah, it'd be cool, but obviously they would never do that. So why is that represented at the top of the tier list? It doesn't quite fit to me. So instead, we have this grid setup. If you guys are Dungeons and Dragons people, it's like a character alignment chart, I think is where this kind of thing comes from. And in general, I think tier listers out there, people who do it professionally, have picked it up. So I've got like 15 themes that I've heard people throw around over the years. A couple of them recently. They span from, in my opinion, great ideas to terrible ideas, likely to unlikely. And I just want to talk through them because every other day you see one of these posts on Reddit or on Twitter of like, an old person season would be awesome, or Democrats versus Republicans for Survivor. And I think a lot of people have very surface level opinions on these ideas. Because when you actually start to consider what these ideas would look like, you're like, ooh, this would be terrible. So let's start with all winners. All winners. I think this, understandably, is one of the most requested seasons, requested themes. Now, here's the thing with all winners. It's good because casting can't fuck it up. There's only so many people who could do it, so many people who would say yes. It locks Big Brother casting into choosing from people who have won the game, and for the most part, those people are pretty decent casting. The problem is, when you cast winners, not always, there's a greater likelihood that these players are going to be pretty risk-averse and safe and, like, better at the game than the average Big Brother house guest. And in Survivor, you cast 100 great players, you might get a really fun, dynamic game. On Big Brother, if you cast 20 great players, that game's about to be ass. Like, miserable. Not to mention the amount of pre-gaming that, all these winners know each other. When most people discuss all winners, it's usually like a 2-week format, maybe a month at the longest. First of all, I don't give a shit about 2-week Big Brother. That's not Big Brother. I don't want to watch reindeer games. It's uninteresting to me. If you're saying a month and it's 4-day cycles, maybe. With feeds, we all know that's not what's going to happen. That's not what Derek wants to do. It's not what Dan wants to do. It's not what Cody wants to do. They want it to be a, overproduced shit show. Because it's, easier for them, obviously. I don't blame them. I think All Winners is one of the worst casting ideas that is actually pretty likely to happen. It's just such an obvious idea, and, I think they can gather up 12 winners. They could probably get to 16 in a couple years. But I just think there's no world where this is fun. Because you're going to have like Derek's little posse, and then you're going to have like Jag and probably like Casey and Josh. And like, I don't even know why Jag's in there, but there's just going to be like different pockets of people who all know each other, and then some old school people who have no chance. And then the comps are going to be super skewed to the newer winners. I just think in general, it would be a very boring season, and the only way they would do it is if it's in a shortened format, which for me is just not what Big Brother is. Yeah, Jag, Derek, and Cody. I mean, Derek would be connected with everyone. So in general, I think All Winners is not guaranteed to happen, but it's likely to happen at some point. And I think it's a bad idea. I think this would be like here. It's not the worst idea ever, because at the end of the day, it's like fun to get more data points, get these people to build on their resumes for like people like me who like ranking people. It could be fun. But I just think it's a bad idea. I don't think they should do it. Cupid games. Obviously, this was just an idea thrown out there after reindeer games, and it kind of caught some, picked up some steam. Allison Grodner's mentioned it. Like, if they were allowed to do Cupid games, they'd love to do it. I think Cupid games is a perfectly fine idea in the sense that it is just going to be reindeer games. And while I didn't like reindeer games, other people did. You could get a cast together, but, like, not super easily. Like, you need 6 showmances to maybe make it happen. Brenchel would do it. We would do it. Would they even call us? You kind of have to just to get to the number. Then, are they getting, like, Swaley? Jeff and Jordan, you'd think, would do it, maybe. I can't imagine they go to Jess and Cody at this point. Victor and Nicole, for sure, they'll do it. I think they could, like, get close to making a cast. You know, I mean, Reindeer Games was 10 people, so you need 5 couples to get to 10. I don't know. I think it's unlikely to happen, and it's like, it would be okay. Be okay. I'm not a huge fan of the idea. I just didn't like Reindeer Games. And again, it's not Big Brother. The cast is like, we know the cast. There's only so many people they can pick from. And the cast would be interesting, but like it'd be Rachel for her 4th time, Brendan for his 3rd time, Jeff and Jordan for their 3rd time. Like, it would just be a lot of the same. So I don't think this is the greatest idea, but, you know. I think they're more likely to just have Reindeer Games again if they were to do this. Coaches. I think coaches is very likely to happen. I think it's very likely to happen because their last coaches season did extremely well. And I think they might take away the wrong lesson from that being like, oh, coaches is a great concept. I don't think it's guaranteed to happen. I think it's a little bit more likely than All Winners just because feasibly you need 4 people. I think it's a pretty bad idea because the coaches format is just so fucking unfair and stupid and doesn't make sense. And like, they almost blew it by allowing the coaches to enter the game the first time where now everyone's just going to know that the coaches will enter the game. I mean, you never know with how they cast people. Maybe people have never seen the season, but you'd imagine like one of the returning players would mention it at some point. Ultimately, it'd be like 4 vets and 12 newbies. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's likely to happen eventually, and I think it's a pretty bad idea. If they're going to do this, I'd rather it just be a BB-18, style. Just bring back 4 people and let's play the game. Making it coaches again. They just got lucky that Dan was on the season to make it good. Because they did a bad job in casting. The twists were terrible that season. Dan just kind of bailed them out. With some contributions by, like, Brittany and Ian. Okay. Second chances. To be clear, I don't think I would get on second chances. I don't want people to think I'm ranking this highly because this is the Cory season. I think I'd get a call maybe and probably not get on the cast. That'd be my suspicion. I think it'd be awesome. Because I think the people who haven't won are usually more flawed players. They're going to be hungrier for the win. It would be a full-length season. There's no way they would do second chances for a month. I hope they wouldn't do a vote because that just sounds miserable, especially with the BB community. I think it's really unlikely to happen. Like, really unlikely. Big Brother loves its big names. Big Brother does not love its diamonds in the rough. They're not going to bring back, like, PG in the way that Survivor 31 did, right? Like, if they did second chances, it would just basically be BB 27 and 6 with, like, throw in Tiffany. But you could put together an awesome cast with second chances if they really embrace the theme. Players like Izzy or Morgan, or if you want to bring back Keanu, right? That'd be a good spot for him. So I think it's unlikely to happen. I think it's a little bit more likely than Cupid Games because Cupid Games will just never get approved by the network. But I think it's unlikely to happen. The other danger with second chances is like it gives casting a lot of power because they could just pick anybody. The nice thing is it limits it to people who have only played once, which I think is very important. Obviously, there's exceptions. Rachel playing for a third time was awesome. But in general, like, if there's All-Stars 3 and Janelle's there again, it's like, man. I feel like I got the gist, Eric Stein, yeah, he'd be a great choice, obviously. I just think second chances is really, really unlikely to happen. It's just like people saw it on Survivor, loved it, and said, let's do it on Big Brother. And Big Brother is not Survivor. Big Brother is a lot more, I think, superficial and simplistic in how they cast, especially returnees. Golden Big Brother. So I'm treating this more as a new player season as opposed to returning players. Because I did see a post about Golden Big Brother with like Will and Angela and Felicia. Maybe Suri was there, Rennie, Jerry. This is the worst idea ever and they'll never do it. This is a horrible idea. Do you know how fucking boring this would be? I'm talking, let's bring back the 16 most iconic Big Brother players over the age of 50. Not even that old, over the age of 50. We pick the best of the best. That season would be ass. It would be terrible. And it's not because we need the hot, sexy young bodies. It's not that. It's because these people are older and get more tired because they're older and they will go to bed. And they might get in fights. There might be some conflict. But a lot of the fun of seeing Will in the BB27 house is seeing him interact with all these youngins. Ashley and Morgan are running around scheming and Will's just like, what the hell's going on? That's what's fun. When you have Will surrounded by 15 other Wills, they're just going to hang out. We've seen this before. The Golden Bachelorette was the worst season of reality TV I might have ever seen in my life. Granted, Golden Bachelor is pretty good. In general, this theme works more if you just cast 16 older women. It's a little better. But also, competitions would be miserable because, of course, they'd scale back the athleticism. But if they just cast Heisem, it's game over. He'd win everything. He's not 50 yet, but he's getting there. They would never do it because they have their idea of the summer show and youthful energy and bikini photos and swim. That's what they want. I don't want it because it would be terrible to watch. Right? Like, Suri was a very active strategist. She was over at a certain point. And it wasn't just because it was her 9th show. She was like, they're going to have them dress up in costumes. Like, it's beneath them. Some of these people are in their 60s. Like, what are we doing? Literally, if you put in, like, Jerry and Rennie and Felicia and Angela and Suri and, like, all these people, it would still be bad. People just don't get it. Like, you love these people because they're awesome, and especially love them in contrast to everyone else. So, I don't know. First boots. Let's be clear, this will never happen either because how the fuck do they pitch this to the executives and how do they pitch this to the fans? What percentage of Big Brother 25 fans can name Kirsten? What percentage of BB 26 fans can name Matt Hardiman? 27, who can name Zay? They just don't know these people. Now, it would be awesome. I don't think it'd be as awesome as some people think. Just because, like, ultimately, Big Brother first boots are not the same as Survivor first boots. Like, a lot of Survivor first boots are crazy. Big Brother First Boots, it's kind of like the odd person out sometimes. But it would be very fun. I mean, Kirsten obviously would be great. Matt Hardiman, say what you will about him, he would do something on TV. Zay, I think, would be fine. BB24, I assume they'd bring Pooch back. Like, it gets weird sometimes. Travis, I guess, is coming back. I assume we're not doing returning seasons. We're getting David Alexander round 3. It's kind of fun. We're going with Summer of Steve. It's just not going to happen. So it's a funny concept, and I think I'd be here for it because everyone would be kind of hungry to play, and someone's got to win. But I don't think it would be as fun as people would expect, and it would never happen. There's First Boots. Dynamic duos, a duo season. They've already done one of these, with BB13. I think this is pretty reasonably likely, and I think it's a bad idea. I put it above all winners, but below coaches. The only reason coaches is above it is because, at least it's only 4 returnees. With dynamic duos, it's going to be either all returnees or half, and it just simplifies the game to such a dramatic extent when you have so many duos in there who are just never going to work against each other. So they're always going to be put on the block together. There's just a way smaller range of outcomes in any given week. We saw this in BB13. It was the couples over and over being put on the block against each other. And when they weren't, it was Rachel and Jeff. Brendan and Jeff, something like that. You could get together some pretty fun duos. Forget about Me in America. You want to put Vince and Morgan on? That'd be a very fun thing. On 26, you want to do Chelsea and MJ, bring them back, see what they've been up to as a duo. That could be interesting to me. I don't know if they would do Jag and Matt. They might, because they like Jag. Obviously, they don't hate Matt or anything. It's just I don't think he was great TV, and I don't think working with him was this is a good episode. Angela and Tucker. I mean, they could find a way to get Tucker on the cast, right? They could figure something out. It's just a bad idea strategically for the show. It's going to be very boring. But it's really easy to pitch to the fans. They'd be excited. You can get good people in. It'd probably be a mixed cast, probably 3 duos like they've done already. I could see them doing it. I just don't think it's super likely. All-Stars 3. I think this is just here, right? The problem with All-Stars 3 is very obvious. Casting has full discretion to do whatever the fuck they want. No, they always do. But with some of these different formats, you're kind of limited to okay, I have to pick one-time players, or I have to pick from winners, I have to pick from finalists. All-Stars 3 is we could bring Janelle back, we bring Kaser back, let's bring back Dr. Will, let's bring back Eddie from season 1, and then 5 BB26ers. And they're not very delicate with it. Casting has no understanding of the social dynamics of the casts after the season, which it's not their job, but it kind of becomes their job once they start casting an All-Star season, so you don't have BB22 happen again. Haven't both All-Stars kind of done poorly in viewership? I don't know how BB7 did, but the show was kind of slumping in general at that point. I'm sure BB7 did pretty decent viewership-wise. I'd be surprised. Might have been competing against Survivor All-Stars. They fed into the Minutemen a good amount in the episodes. I mean, they had to. It was so obvious they were going to win, right? I feel like they had more fun with Vince and Morgan than they did with the Minutemen. It did bad in viewership. Yeah, I mean, granted, it's still a good idea. I think they'll just do it. I don't know if it'll be BB30. I think it's much more likely to be closer to BB35 or something. I don't think we're going to get one for a minute. But it will happen. It's just going to happen, and we'll see how they do with the cast. I thought they did a good job with the BB22 cast. It didn't materialize into a good season, but when I saw the cast, I had no complaints. Well, that's not true. I had complaints, but I was big picture, I was they did a good job. They brought back Memphis, which I was pumped about. I'm Memphis? Who the fuck thought they'd bring him back? Kevin Campbell's back? Are you kidding me? Enzo's back? It was all these blasts from the past. Keisha. It was a really, really cool cast they put together. Ian, it was just ended up being terrible. So, I don't know. It'll happen, though. And it'll be fine. Like, I don't hate the idea. You know. Democrats versus Republicans. It's more of a Survivor idea. But I've seen people talk about a Big Brother. Like, we need more diversity of ideas. This is, like, somehow lower than Golden Big Brother. It would just be so annoying. Also, a secret terrible part about Golden Big Brother, the amount of feeds cuts they'd have to do for people saying problematic shit, not because they're hateful, but because they're old. It'd be a problem. And the Democrats versus Republicans, they always, some conservative always sneaks onto the cast, but for the most part, I think they try to stray away from people who are going to get them in controversies for good reason. So this is the worst idea ever, but people think it would be so fun to hear people like I wouldn't be in the BB house and be like, I'm targeting you, America, because you have this perspective on abortion. It's like, no, when America's HOH, I'm like, you know what? There are some good points to pro-life. You know, I do get that. You'd have people like compromising their ideals to get further in the game, and like you can't even blame them. It'd be weird. Not to mention, like, what would the competitions be? You know how they split like my season into like the Humiliverse, the Scaryverse? Would they have like the Democratic room and the Republican room, and then the have-not room is like the Green Party? That'd be funny. That'd be good. The more I'm pitching this season, the more I think it's a good idea. The more I say it. But yeah, so I don't know. It's a terrible idea. Where do libertarians fall? It's the Battleback. It's like the outcast tribe on Pearl Islands. All right. All poor people. Okay. I want to put this like off the list. People need to fucking hear themselves when they say this opinion. Some of you guys may be guilty. It's kind of like conventional wisdom that Big Brother needs to cast more poor people who are desperate for the money. Y'all understand who you are when you say that, right? Do you guys know the analogy I'm going to draw? Like what you guys are asking for? You guys, I'm using very liberally. You're like the Capitol. Yeah, you're the game makers in Squid Game. You're like, I want to watch the poor people fight to the death. Whoever loses is going to go back to their impoverished life. When the winner is going to get $750K and live in Victor's Village. We don't want all poor people, not even as a theme, just the idea of people who are desperate for the money. No. Like, obviously, we don't have to cast just people who are well off, people who want to be influencers. I think a lot of times people say that in contrast to, like, all the influencer wannabes who can leave their... If you can leave your job for 4 months, you're either just bold as hell or relatively privileged. It's going to be hard to find people who are desperate for the $750K to the point where they can take this much time off of work, unless you're saying just go for unemployed people, which is like, that feels kind of predatory. Poor people don't make better players. It's not even about like better players. It's like people just think there's going to be more desperation in how they play. Which the idea that you want to see desperation, like real life desperation through the need for money to come out in their gameplay, it's kind of gross. So I get the criticism of like, we don't want all like millionaires, people who don't care about the money. Like we want people to try to win. I get that. Now, crazy thought. The way of doing that, cast more fans. People who, like, obviously, the money means a lot to everybody, but, like, people who desperately want to win the game because it means a lot to them. Cory Wertenberger did not go on a Big Brother, wanted to become an influencer. Look at me streaming 3 years later. I still really wanted to fucking win the game. These things are not mutually exclusive. The issue comes in when you cast people who have no interest in the show, have never seen the show, don't have any interest in seeing the show afterwards, who truly don't even consider winning, right? Like, they're just, like, trying to be there as long as possible, get a couple catchphrases in, get their brand going. That's the problem. Again, recruits are not the problem. There's a specific kind of person that they want to target sometimes, and I'm like, it's just a bad idea. No, I agree, parking. The idea that, like, if you're poor, you don't have morals because you can't afford morals because you have to do anything it takes for the dollar. It's kind of just fucked up, like, honestly, if you're taking people who, like, are not familiar with the show and they just desperately need money, they're still going to have, like, empathy. And in many ways, they're probably just going to be more bound to loyalty because, they're not fans of this social strategic game. What's up, Ander? So, I'm going to put this... I think this is actually the worst idea ever. Because I think a lot of people say it and they don't consider what it means when they say it. Pre-jurors, I don't think they would do this. I think it's just a little bit better than first boots. It's like here. It'd be pretty fun though. Like there's a decent list of pre-jurors you can make. The thing is, you can't make 2 pre-juror casts. Like, there's only about 16 people that I'd want to see. From recent years, it's like, is there anyone from BB27 that you'd want to see run it back? I don't think there is for me. Jimmy would have been the one. On 26, it's like Tucker, I guess. Maybe Cedric, Brooklyn. Yeah, Tucker, Cedric, Brooklyn. There's 3. On 25, obviously Izzy. It's probably it for 25. Like, it's just not that many people, And part of that's just, like, confirmation bias of the people who make jury are more memorable because they were there for longer. Heisem, yeah. You could get to 16. You can get to 14 easily. But again, how are you pitching this to the fans? Because, like, let's be real. Izzy and Heisem obviously are great casting. Fans wouldn't give a shit. They don't remember these people. Maybe Izzy because of the race. Heisem, I guess, was a big character, but they didn't like either of them. They liked Izzy on the race. I don't know. I think this is very, very unlikely to happen. It's just about as unlikely as first boots, but it opens the door to have more interesting people play again. Legends. So Legends is obviously similar to All Winners. It would be like a 2-week thing, probably. I think this is a worse idea than All Winners, which might sound weird, but I like the idea that casting is bound to casting winners. The second they open it up to Legends, they get to just use their discretion, and they could bring, like, Cameron Harden in. You're not screen sharing? 1 second. There you go. I don't think Legends works. Because, like, it's Survivor. They do Game Changers, and they're casting Sierra Dawn Thomas. Like, who are people they would consider legends? Like, would they consider Morgan a legend? It's like, yeah, like, I wouldn't be upset with a Morgan pick. But then it's like, okay, is, like, Felicia a legend? Probably not. Like, I don't think that's a fair description. She's great and she should come back, but, like, and then it just becomes like All Winners plus a few other people. I just don't trust them. I don't trust them to make this cast. And if it ends up being a shortened season, which if you're doing Legends, you can only do it if you have Dan, Dr. Will, Derek, like some of these big names at the very least. And if they're going to do it, it's going to be a shortened season. So fuck that. At least All Winners, it's like, okay, we know what we're going to get and someone's going to win again. People from My Strangest Addiction. Again, this feels a little bit like I want to judge people. Like I want to like watch the monkeys dance, you know? Chicken George. I think he'd be considered a legend. That's fair. Wasn't All Stars 2 terrible? Yeah. Yeah, but like that doesn't mean All Stars 3 is not going to happen. I don't have it as this would be awesome. It'd be pretty good. I think Legends is All Winners, but you give production more discretion, which is scary to me. All Survivors. Here's the thing. I think this is actually, like, reasonably possible, and I think it'd be pretty fun. Because I think there's a lot of Survivor players who I would really enjoy to see the inner workings of their game. I think Suri was obviously a great case study of, like, okay, we know she's a legend of Survivor. Let's see how she actually plays day to day. And I think a lot of people were unimpressed by parts and, like, way more impressed by others. And I would love to see, like, what does Tony look like in this setting? Now, they probably wouldn't get, like, people of that caliber. But I think Big Brother is willing to like take clout from anywhere. They're willing to borrow from Survivor in a way that Survivor is not willing to borrow from Big Brother. Survivor holds itself to like a higher standard or whatever. So I think it is possible. I think it'd be pretty fun. Maybe it'd be like a Survivor versus Big Brother kind of thing. Who knows? But in general, Survivor players are gamers. There's a very decent likelihood it would kind of lead to a boring game because like Survivor players are just pretty competent and would, you know, not play in a way that lends itself to chaos. But I could see it one day. Why not? I think it's more likely than a lot of things. Everything on the left seems like no fucking way. I think if it was pitched by the executives, like Big Brother's ratings start doing poorly, okay, we need Survivor. I think casting would be down, production would be down, and it would happen. Yeah, Andy, Gabby, Teeny, it could be very fun, yeah. And, you know, I think you'd need Big Brother to start struggling as a show, which is like, it's hard to imagine Big Brother dying before Survivor, to be honest. Just because of, like, how much cheaper it is to produce Big Brother, how many more episodes it produces, the time slot it fills. I think Big Brother is outlasting Survivor. It seems pretty unlikely to go the other way. But it could be fun. How were ratings for Big Brother X Amazing Race crossover? I mean, they were better than the Amazing Race usually has. I don't know if they were excellent, but they were much better. And Amazing Race needed it. Amazing Race is not doing well. I think Big Brother is not struggling in the way that Amazing Race was. Tiffany on season 50 actually originally auditioned for Big Brother. A lot of people were like that. A lot of the 49 cast we talked to had applied. I think Steven was in the Big Brother casting mix for a few years. But yeah. It'd be fun. All AFPs. It's not no shot. It's not as unlikely as these, but this would be so fucking bad. I don't think they would do it because it would be just such a random group of people and everyone would be so old. Again, like, this cast would just be a fucking mess. You'd have some people like Taylor and Tiffany. It'd be fun to see them play again. But then you have, like, Cameron and Jeff and James Hewling and, like, you know, Keanu. I'm down to see Keanu back. Like, you need everyone. You need everyone to say yes to make a competent cast, first of all. And even if you expand it to top 3, somehow I think expanding it to top 3 makes it worse because top 3 AFP is the most arbitrary distinction of all time. Every season it's so obvious who's going to be AFP, and then the runner-up is sometimes up in the air. Like season 27, it was so obviously Keanu, no one was within. I think Keanu doubled up the votes of the second place finisher, probably, is my guess. Season 26, I think Tucker probably doubled up Angela. And then Angela might have doubled up Quinn. Like, season 26 was a very disjointed season, edit-wise. Season 25, I don't think Cameron and Suri was that close, y'all. Like, I think Cameron probably doubled up Suri. 24, Taylor was obviously the one. 23, like, I just think making it top 3 just doesn't work for me. Because now you're going to have just, like, all these random people. Keanu got, like, 2/3 of the votes. I don't know if they released it, but that sounds about right to me. AFPs would be terrible. It would be really bad. And it would be like every single player would think they're the shit going in, and like inevitably we'd start hating over half of them. Way over. Like, it's just how Big Brother seasons work. So like, if I was an AFP, I wouldn't do it. No shot. 23 had to be the closest between DX and Tiffany. Yeah, I think it's like if Derek made it 2 more weeks, he probably wins it. That's all the ones I have. I saw someone say heroes, villains. I could add a text box. Heroes / villains. I mean, you know, it's just kind of like here. It's basically All-Stars 3, but like they're going to slap on stupid distinctions on each player. But, you know, most iconic season of Survivor ever. Why not? I don't think it's super unlikely. I don't think it's very likely, but like, you know, maybe here. But it's essentially All-Stars 3. Duos is the future. Oh, God. I could see him doing duos because it's just so easy. If like season 28 sucks and they're trying to bail themselves out and they're like, fuck it, Morgan and Vince, let's do it again. I could see that. Fans versus favorites. Yeah, if you're just saying like a split cast, fans favorites. I mean, look, they did this in BB Can 5 and it was awesome. In general, the mixed seasons actually end up being okay, usually because the returning players are interesting. I think I'd put it like right here, maybe. Um, I just don't like how it plays out strategically usually, but it often materializes into a pretty fun season. And this is not like a list specific to my enjoyment of the season. I'm trying to rate it how y'all would think. I think fans' favorites could be okay. You would just have to cast like more middle of the road returnees. I wouldn't want it to be Derek and Taylor and Jag and Tiffany. Like I'd want it to be more low key people like BB Can 5. Would you do duos with America who would be targeted first? I would do duos with America and I would be targeted first. America and I being in duos would be tough. I think we'd be small enough threats to maybe squeak through as a duo for a while, but like I don't know. Like, would I have to start campaigning against America week 1 in the eventuality when we're on the block together? But then people would view that as me, like, preemptively trying to get her out of the game, which I guess I kind of would be doing, so it's kind of tough. Or the captain season. I mean, we already talked about that as, like, an alternative to coaches. It's fine. I like that more than coaches. We've talked about this. Said he wouldn't trust me. No. What I told America is I would not give her every piece of information that I had. I would never target her. I'd always try to get both of us to the end of the game. But I would not tell you everything. Yeah. It's not because of lack of trust. It's a lack of your own trust in your ability to keep information. It's funny. She's not even in the bedroom. She's literally maybe 3 feet to my right, sitting on the couch. That's fine, but don't tell me you're not telling me. Here's the dilemma, America. Here's the dilemma. Now, if I tell you everything, would you believe I'm still hiding stuff from you? I think she wouldn't believe me. Yeah. So like at this point, I might as well hide information because it's already out there. A public vote like All Stars won. I think the All Stars vote was totally bullshit to me, but I don't know. Y'all would win women comps this time? Oh, win some comps this time. I mean, you'd hope. Also, we did win some the first time, depending on how you define that word. Oh my god, we have to do Big D attempts. I forgot this isn't just the end of stream. Thank you all for hanging out for this portion. We're moving to the serious locking in segment of the stream. Let me fix this guy. All right. What's the vibe of this stream? Let me look at some songs. How about we do yeah, let's do this. Love the song. This is like the most loser song ever. I love it. Cross my fingers. All right, a quick look at the profiles so we know. Did it just reset? It just reset. Why? I didn't do anything. Oh, it's so fucking annoying. It takes me a minute, y'all. I hit profile. I mean, no, that's just the website screwing up. Can you go back a page? No, I already tried. All right, well, just give me a second. That's so annoying. Y'all don't know this song? Y'all not fun people like that? Fun exclamation mark fans? Who else do we got? We got Whitney. We got Christian. We got Frenchie. We got Travis. We got Brent. Got Brittany D'Angelo. And we're one short Alyssa. Okay, there's all of them. Now to do the profiles quickly. Viewership going up during Big D attempts is the funniest shit to me. Like, we really struck gold with this concept. All right. So I have this to copy. Yeah, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 4. This is all for consistency. I just have it be this, like, I'm only like making the exact same settings as usual, so like there's never a fraudulent victory, if that makes sense. Because the last thing I want is to win and then people start saying it's not legit, you know? There's a lot of individual and personal investment for me. A lot of my value as a human being I associate with how I do my Big D attempts. Okay, this is 4, 2, 3, 4. Five, 4, then 4 threes and a 4. 3 and then 1. 5 and then a 3 and then a 4. And there's a 4 for her here. And then here. Three, 3, 3, 2. 3, 3, 4. 2, and then 4, 4, 4. 3, then a 4. 2. Okay, so that's half of it done. Oh, we're almost there. For the casting thing, you don't have to keep it to 1, but don't go crazy. You know what I mean? If you got 2 burning questions, that's acceptable. Anonymous gifting 5 subs during this, I don't know, cornucopia of content. This absolute feast. I'll thank you in 1 second. Thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate it. I will say, I think this is the first set of subs I don't think I deserve, but it is greatly appreciated nonetheless. Also, it is noted that you've gifted subs like 7 streams in a row. So now there's like a pressure to maintain the streak. Obviously, I'm not putting that pressure on you. I appreciate anything. But I think other viewers are starting to think like, what? Is this just a daily thing? It is more, I think, reasonable for me to get gifted subs every stream when I stream like twice a week, though. If I was streaming daily, that's a tough ask. But I really do appreciate it, Anonymous. I hope you're doing well. You group of 9 people, growing smaller every day. 5, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. We're almost there. We're almost there. It could get crazier in BB season again with subs. Viewership will go up. I don't think it'll be super seismic. I'm curious how Morgan's going to do. Not just viewership-wise, but like how she's going to cover the show. Because I think it's a weird thing to do. She's never really, I don't think, followed a season quite like that. You know, like feeds and everything. I would say, I feel confident Morgan's going to love it, though. Just like, love, you know, watching the feeds like that. Oh my god, we're done. If I heard the song one more time, I swear I was gonna lose it. I swear. Let's do this as our theme for today. All right, everyone. Here's the stats. Same as usual. So here we go. Here we go. For all the marbles, we got 3 attempts as per usual. We're going to play interactively. This Big D. Good luck. Starting with alliances is legit like the most determinative thing of how the season's gonna go. We take it. 1 alliance at 3. It's not bad. Hannah and Travis. It's an interesting squad too. I wish we had a little bit more compatibility here, but Travis is decent. Hannah's decent. We'll see. Come on, Hannah. Come on, Travis. Travis? Okay. Well, we'll be fine week 1, surely. Not bad. Not a bad start. Hoping Travis wins. Keeps noms the same. Nice try. Don't use it, Alyssa. Don't go crazy. Good. All right. We've learned that doing something to stand out is pretty good. Doing the personal interactions is not very good. Not very good. So let's do something to stand out. I mean, that's just crazy big. That's just a huge deal. What we've decided is interacting with people is only like a good last-ditch measure, or if they already dislike me for some reason, like I nominated them or they nominated me, then it's good to interact with them because like you can't worsen that relationship meaningfully. Between Ozza and Brent, we definitely evict Ozza. 10-3. Ozza's gone. Okay. Not a bad start. Let's win. Come on, Hannah. Come on, Hannah. Okay. Ooh, getting Xavier out. I mean, Xavier, there's a rule on Brent Steel that's like hard-coded in that if Xavier's on the block, he wins the first veto. The first time he's on the block, he saves himself. Guaranteed. Every time. Oh, there you go. Oh, shit. Don't do it. Brent versus Xavier. Stay out of the spotlight. It's been a good start. Yeah, everyone's beefing with each other. This is good. This is something to watch out for. All right, Xavier, we got to vote for him if we have the chance. What a start. Oh, man. If we just get rid of Kylan now, the game is wide open. Kylan and X are by far the biggest threats, usually. Derek X never makes it for some reason. Ooh, okay. Hannah's been doing well in these comps. Brent. Okay, I voted to keep him. Okay, that's fine. Haven't played Navito yet. We'd like Hannah to win. Claire wins. We need a replacement nom. Oh my god, we get Derek X out here. Stay out of the spotlight. I like the way this game's going. Claire's imploding too. We're evicting Derek for sure. This is a good game. I mean, this is as good of a start as you can get. We're not super well connected, but we have no ops. We got Derek and X and Azza, first three out. Oh my god. Okay. We are officially in good run territory. Alliance of 7, we're in the majority. And this alliance sucks. It's just Tiffany. Tiffany's good, everyone else sucks. Christian, his stats are kind of good, so we got to watch out for him. But this Brent, Frenchie, Brittany, Whitney, like this is perfect. And notably, these two not in here. So right now, of the remaining, I believe it's 13 house guests, we're aligned with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 out of 13. Yeah, White Locust is going to pop up, I'm sure. Okay, well, these are all of our allies so far. Just not Claire. Anyone but Claire. Okay, that's fine. Operation Save Travis is on. Christian Housegast choices us, of course. Come on, Travis. Clutch it out. Okay, not going to use it. We'll just try to save him naturally. We're definitely staying out of the spotlight. This is... Brent's kind of gaming right now. I'm kind of worried. We're evicting Alyssa for sure. 9-1. Alyssa's gone. Perfect. So now we have 8 of the 12 house guests. And their alliance are staying. Usually they start dissolving. Kyland is a great target if we have an HOH. Oh, I'd love it. I think... Okay. We have to make a philosophical decision here, right? Because backdooring Kylan seems like a smart play. The problem is we can't control who gets voted out, right? We have no influence on that. So if you put up 2 people and then take one down and put up Kylan, Kylan might not even go home. And we've nominated, an extra person. I don't know what to do. It's a weird spot. Okay. Big to win HOH, though. I think Kylan, we're just going to nominate straight up. Let's look at our alliance again. I feel good enough about our numbers that we can probably survive a lot of votes. I think we go like Kylan. Claire's got a lot of ops already, We're literally aligned with everyone, though. Brent. Isn't Brent in our thing? Yeah, we got Brent. Sarah Beth's an option. I think Sarah Beth's an option. I kind of like that. Kylan, Sarah Beth. All right, let's do it. This is a boring ass season. We just got the majority. Travis is playing. Houseguest Choices Travis is kind of interesting to me. No way we sweep the week. See, it's always worst case scenario. We can never have everything. If we put up anyone in our 7-person alliance, they're just going to stay, so there's no point of trying to make a move like that. I think we just are locked into Claire. There's no other option here. So now the thing is, I think we try to bond with Kyland. Because Kyland already hates us. We nominated him. He had to save himself. I think this is like the exact time to interact with someone. Bond slightly. That's good. It gives us a fighting chance. 5-4. Claire's gone. It's not great, but, you know, it's the best we could do. We're going to have to start whittling down our alliance pretty soon. God, Sarah Beth, please no. Oh my god. What are the fucking odds? She doesn't nominate us for some reason. But Jesus, I feel like we're obviously the replacement nom here. Please, no one. Please don't. Just. Oh, Jesus. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's. I mean, look, these are really bad nominees for us. I'm happy to just survive the week, but these were our 2 external pieces. My gut tells me just get rid of Hannah. She's a better player than Travis. She could beat us in a jury vote. Travis is better at comps. I think we stay out of the spotlight. Frenchie's having a day. I think we evict Hannah. Hannah spoiled our win last time. She's gone, okay. So now Travis is our secret weapon. We got to keep him any way we can. Kyland is worst case here. Man, we're getting bad outcomes. We bonded slightly, so it gives us a chance maybe. Let's do the keys. Ooh, fair enough. Brent and Tiffany, okay. We got to get rid of Kyland. He's close to winning out mode. Christian wins the veto. Oh, he's going to use it because we're all in an alliance. He doesn't? Okay, we'll take it. Getting rid of Tiffany here would be juicy too. Stay out of spotlight. I'm happy with my position. And we vote out Tiffany for sure. 7-0. Beautiful. This game is going fucking excellently. We have Travis. We have Brent. We have Frenchie. We have Brittany. We have Whitney. All these people in the end game. We just got to deal with the compies. Christian and Kyland. Brent has a lot of connections, but he's Brent. You know what I mean? Let's try to win. There's no way Sarah Beth and Kyland trade back to back to... Oh my god. The fuck do you mean they went Sarah Beth, Kyland, Sarah Beth when she's the only person not in our alliance? I don't know what the fuck our social game's doing, though. We're doing something right. Okay, we get house guest choice. That's good. Okay. I'm down for Kyland to win. Just keep shit the same. Beautiful. Okay. I mean... shit. We're in trouble here. I don't know what to do. I think we stay out of the spotlight because we still have Kyland and Sarah Beth as targets. So the alliance is still valuable. We're going to try to keep Travis here, but I think it's really unlikely. Yeah. I mean, we voted anonymously, so it's all good. So we just have our final 6. Even getting down to this final 6 is not that bad. I don't hate it. Let's try to win. No fucking way, right? There's no way. Let's go, Brent. Thank God. Put him on the block. We get rid of one of them at least. House guest choice is Frenchie's interesting. All right. Kyland's the final boss, clearly. He has to put up someone in the alliance. Chooses Frenchie. Okay. I think we try to get rid of Frenchie here. Hear me out. Hear me out. Let's try to bond with Sarah Beth. If she doesn't fuck with us, we vote her out. Here's my thought. Our alliance needs to start crumbling soon. And if we get rid of Sarah Beth, the alliance is going to start having to nominate the alliance. and I'm in the alliance, right? If we keep 2 people outside the alliance, those are 2 nominees, those fill the slots. Even if one of them comes down, the alliance still has the votes to vote the other one out. I don't know if we'll even have the votes. It's pretty bad. No, we have to fold. We're voting Sarah Beth. Okay. So now it's just everyone against Kyland. Everyone against Kyland. Why don't I see his face yet? Oh, Christian, thank God. All right, Kyland and Frenchie. Okay. We're playing. Just anyone but Kyland. Anyone but Kyland. That should be it. That should be Kyland cooked. Backdoors Whitney for no reason. That should be fine. Now it's time to start thinking about inroads. A lot of our allies have nominated each other, though. So I think, like, the AI should have them nominate each other as, like, revenge. We haven't nominated anyone. I think we just chill. Like, this is great for us. Our alliance is beefing. We evict Kyland. Don't get too cute. Beautiful. So we're in the final 6 with our 6 of our 7 alliance. This is... I'm not going to say the cookout part 2 because look at this fucking group of people. But me, Big D, I did make the alliance, so similar in that way. Let's play... Oh my God, and we have an inner core of the boys. I don't like this, though. We need Christian gone. But we'll take it in terms of security. Like, this should lock us into Final 4. If Frenchie wins it, that should keep us safe. Almost guaranteed. Ooh, I'd love to get Christian out here. Come on. Shit. We might be in a Christian wins out kind of world here. Stay out of spotlight. I like my spot. We're evicting between Brittany and Whitney. It really doesn't matter. I think Whitney probably has slightly better stats. Okay. Brittany's target is public enemy number 1. I will say, like, this has been a very easy game in terms of we've just had the numbers the whole time. But goddamn, HOHs have not been going our way. It's our first time nominated. I mean, we could just get sniped here. We don't have any leverage. Oh, man, that's worst case scenario, too. Okay. Here's my thought. My thought here is I interact with Brittany. I bond with Brittany. If it flops, then I could still survive the vote, just 2-0, hopefully. And if it works, I survive a 1-1 tie. You know what I mean? It's like high risk, but it's not like there is a reward there too. We'll try it. Oh, okay, we need 1 vote. We just need 1 vote now. That should be good. I'm sorry. If I know anything about Brand Steel AI, we should be good. If I know anything about how this works. And now we have Brittany, who I think is our actual final 2, hopefully. What the fuck? What? Wait, I don't understand. Am I that hateable? How the fuck did we lose that season? Who wins? I hope Brittany wins. Oh, fucking, of course it's going to be Christian. The winner, Christian or Brent? I think Brent played the better game, low-key. Fuck. We won AFP. That's good. What a fucking... That was a brutal season. Like, it was going so well. We were never in danger until we got 9 bad HOH outcomes in a row. We were definitely a jury threat, though. All right. Oh, this has got to be the worst alliance in Big Brother history. Babe, what do you think? Would you root for this trio? Frenchie, Brittany, D'Angelo, Big D? She nodded yes. Come on, Frenchie. Ah, no one's... okay, well. Hannah, be chill.
You're so annoying.
All right, Operation Save Brittany, D'Angelo. Claire wins. Use them, Sarah Beth. Tiffany? I'm down to get Tiffany out. Let's do something to stand out. Let's try to establish ourselves as a good, positive presence in the house. We're rubbing the house the wrong way. This might not be our season. Tiffany, get out of here. Oh, boy. This is not the best start. Just me and Frenchie. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Well, a veto would be good here. Okay, well, maybe we survive? Okay, you know what? Let's just collect ourselves. We're fine. Let's collect ourselves. Okay? We have an ally. We survived week 2. We're improving relationships in the house. Okay, it's all good. Let's try to win HOH. Good try. Oz is HOH. And now we're not the pawn. Okay, things have turned around a little bit. We'd love Frenchie to win. Thank you, Frenchie. Don't use it. Very good. Okay. Let's stay at the spotlight. Deep breaths, regroup. How am I supposed to? Why did Frenchie quit the game? We haven't had someone quit the game. An unfucking believable recovery. And now we've got an alliance of 6, loyalty 7. It's a real one, too. We got Christian in this shit again, which is annoying because he's not an endgame kind of player for us. But everyone else is okay. Hannah and Alyssa are not ideal. It's not a great alliance, but we'll take any protection we can get. Hannah? Let's go. Let's get rid of Tiffany if we can, sure. Don't let Tiffany win. Claire Brent. I mean, Claire seems to be like an automatic nominee at this point, so I think I want to keep Claire. Stay out of spotlight. I think Brent's the vote here. Claire's been nominated every week. Oh, okay. We need Christian or Travis. Oh man. Claire, okay. I'm thinking of getting Ozza out here if I have the opportunity. Kyland. Yeah, like, I'm kind of thinking, like, I'm looking at our alliance. 6 is kind of a big number for this stage of the game, and I don't like this alliance. Like, I'm not sure. Let's talk to Ozza. We bond. Okay, she won me over. Claire's gonna go. I didn't have the numbers anyways. Anyone but Kyland? Let's go, Alyssa. Again, we target Kyland before Tiffany every day of the week. Man, it's never that easy, though. It never is that easy. Christian's the replacement. Ooh. That's not even a hard choice for me. I want Christian gone. I don't think we talk to Kyland. I think we stay in the spotlight. We're evicting Christian. Let's see if we get lucky. 3-2. Okay. So now I think the alliance, it's everyone in the alliance and Kyland again. Well, he's not HOH. That's good. I mean, look, this is a classic case of if anybody other than Kyland wins the veto, we're totally fine. Anyone. Christian's being drawn is great. It's as good of a draw as we could have gotten, realistically. Oh, my God, man. Oh! 1 second, sorry. Okay. That's clutch. Second place was Kyland. Yeah. What did we beat Kyland in? Trampoline in front of the front wall. Oh, we beat him in comics? Damn, Big D, let's go. Alright. No fucking around. Kylan has to go. Anonymous gifting. I think, honestly, you didn't even give me these subs. You gifted Big D these subs. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Anonymous. This game is dedicated to you. Hope I'm not jinxing myself. But again, thank you, Anonymous. We're evicting Kyland. And he's gone. Okay. I don't love this final 6, honestly. But, hey, you get yourself near the end game. You're not going to complain too much. The alliance is gone. All right. See, this is the problem letting Christian get this far in the fucking game. He doesn't nominate us, though. Oh, God, we want Christian to win. No. No, man. Um, trust the social game. Trust the social game. Final five. Sometimes you got to trust the fundamentals. Now there's officially no one we could take to the end. Travis is our best bet, but even that's dubious. Okay, Alyssa should nominate Christian. That works for me. Just don't be Christian. Even if it's Travis, I'll take it. Okay. It's going to be me. There's no fucking way you have Big D and Christian on the block at the final five and you target me, right? Rune. It's good to see you. Seen you in a minute. 26 months. Hopefully they know that they're a duo. Oh my god. Life is so hard. But thank you, Anonymous, and thank you, Rune Queen. I hope you're doing well. Oh, my heart can't take this game. This one's tough. All right. 3, 2, 1. Final four. Holy. I'm starting to think we don't have much of a shot in a jury vote, but one step at a time, right? It's not great. Just anyone but Travis. Anyone but Travis. Just don't use it. I think they vote out Travis here. I'm pretty sure, because Alyssa just nominated Travis before me. We become the pawn. I mean, it's the final 6, 5, and 4, you know? It's not so much of a pawn. Oh my god, final 3. This has been a stressful fucking game. Holy. I fear we're being dragged to the end. I don't know if anyone else is picking up that vibe. They're going to say, like, what's your biggest move of the season? And I'm going to be like, I beat Kyle in that one veto. It's all I've got. Well, we need to win HOH. Neither of these people are taking us. Part 1. Okay. Final 2.
Oh, come on, social game.
I don't want to shade my friends. Who can I shade?
What do you mean?
Is this what, like, how, like, Cam Sullivan-Brown felt? Like, he thought he was, like, maneuvering through the game, surviving the block. Who's a better example of it? Like a perennial pawn who just kept surviving and having no chance to win. Like, clearly we have no win equity. Like, we've been dragged to the end. We've been on the block the final 6, 5, 4, and 3. There's no way this is the season we win. If we win this season, this is a bitter jury. Felicia, Angela, yeah, kinda. Well, my pitch is simple. This entire season was the Sovereign 6 versus Kyland. If not for me, Kyland is sitting in these chairs. Simply put, I played the best game socially. We had the Christian and the Travis duo targeting Alyssa and Hannah, neither of which are targeting me. When it came down to it, I convinced Hannah to cut her number 1. Because she foolishly thinks she can beat me despite B starting the alliance and clearly being the dominant social player. early in the game, my final two, walked out the front door. He quit. And I built up one of the most dominant alliances in Big Brother history from that. A vote for Big D is a vote for big strategy. The summer of D. Vote your heart. Vote your conscience.
No.
I don't know what the fuck this version of this song is.
Yeah, I've never heard this before.
If anyone could guess what song's coming up based on that little intro, you get a prize. That was I'm going to play it. The fuck is this? All right, well. We're zooming through this one. Glasses, no expression. I think Adam Lambert's performance of this song is like one of the better moments in reality TV history. This is Adam Lambert, but this is like not American Idol Adam Lambert. I find it hard to take. Run in circles, it's a very, very. We're going to have to start dealing with Hannah earlier in these games. She's been a problem recently. Kylan has good choices as I like that. The closest we ever got to winning was sitting next to Kylan. Maybe that's the path. We're going to evict him here if we have the chance, obviously. No one knew me. Scared of Tiffany if we can. Oh, a veto win? Say it ain't so. I think I want to use it, right? Just at the very least, get a bigger threat up there. Maybe gain some favor with Claire. Travis? Yeah, I think that gamble was okay. I like our position. I think we're fine. We don't have an alliance yet, but we already had one good group bonding session. I love this song. Tiffany will go. There she goes. All right. Not a bad start. We got rid of Kylan, Tiffany, and Azza. I don't like how systematically we're getting rid of the Cookout, but, you know, they are big threats. Alyssa's HOH. It's fine. X wins. Doesn't use it. Get rid of Whitney if we can, maybe. Whitney or Frenchie? Whitney. Let's try. Okay. Oh, God. I'd love either of these people to go out. I think you have to target Christian first, but Okay, well, we have no choice. Please let us vote Christian out. Please. Yes. Finally. All right, now we have to get Xavier out, though. We kind of forgot about X because he's been out early all these seasons. Because this is what happens. God, Hannah is such a problem, though. Brent house gets choicing us. I think we're just genuinely liked across the house. Alyssa takes the veto, doesn't use it. Let's see if we can get something going with Brent. Let's just talk to him. All right, I'm glad I did. Whitney, get out of here. Beautiful. Okay. This is a great spot, actually. We just need X and DX out. But it's a pretty good start. Come on, Brent. Sarah Beth. Okay, well, this is a huge swing for me. I want to target Hannah, but Xavier is such a problem. Come on, just don't be Xavier. Let's go, Claire. Don't use it. Thank you. All right. Let's stay out of spotlight and try to evict X. Come on, please. Beautiful. All right, now just Hannah and Derek X, and then it's genuinely anyone could win. Oh, fucking Hannah. Man, she's good. Got to save Brent again. We get to play in the veto. That's huge. All right, 2 out of 3 shot to save him. Unlucky. Unlucky. Stay out of the spotlight. We evict Claire. 3-3. Man, Brent has been living on the edge, but he's living. Okay. All right. Fuck the alliance. Hannah's got to go. I'm sorry. Hannah quite simply has to go. We still have Derek X, who's a problem for sure. But Hannah's got to go. Hopefully we get Derek this week, Hannah next week. That's my goal. Just don't use it. Okay. Let's just get Derek out here. It's fine. So now we're an alliance of 6 in a house of 7, right? Is it just, Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I think it's just Travis on the outs. I'm targeting Hannah before Travis, for sure. She's not HOH. That helps. Travis is a dangerous HOH, though. Targets Hannah, though. It's a huge mistake. No fucking way, right? Don't do it. That should be it. That should be Hannah done. Yeah. Well, I don't like the implication of this, but... Sorry. I understand now how people in power in the Big Brother house can treat those on the bottom poorly. I said, yeah, flipper mattress. Poor Hannah's just been like fighting for her life every week. The nicest human to ever play the game. She's got to go, though. Like, I'm sorry, my sympathy has a limit. All right. Hannah's gone. And now it's just Travis. All right, now it's Operation Get to the Final 2 with Brent. Or Travis. I like getting to the end with Travis because I think my alliance might vote for me. Really, Alyssa is my next target. That's the truth, even though she's in my inner circle. Maybe Brittany's a good target, too. Okay, so we just need Travis not to win the veto. Anyone but Travis. Let's go. Don't go crazy. Oh, this is what alliances are for, though, right, Shirley? That's good. That's good, too. Okay. Not a problem. All right, we're in the alliance. We're down to the alliance. Ideally, we want to go to the end with Brent. Alyssa's the alpha threat at this stage. This dissolves. All right, well, even more so now. Sarah Beth. That works for me. Alyssa, maybe? Come on. It's got to be me. That's really bad. I'm staying out of the spotlight. I think they're going to vote Brent out. God! It's just so hard. It's so discouraging how close we're getting. What did we get today?
Second.
What did we get? Second, fifth, and fourth? Second, fifth, and fifth? Okay, you know what? My new take. Here's the thing. In the end game, I don't even know if being aggressive helps that much. Second, fifth, fifth. Because, like, I was aggressive in some of the end games where I try to bond with people and it would work, and then they would just vote me out anyways. This is Brittany D'Angelo. Unironically, I think our worst game was the second place game. We were just carried. We did nothing. We were clearly on the outs of our own alliance. They were just dragging us to the end to beat us unanimously. But the learning lessons from this, I don't have any. Hannah's good. Gotta watch out for Hannah. Gotta watch out for Hannah. Gotta watch out for Christian. Usually it's Kylan giving us issues. We were able to deal with him decently well. Hannah and Christian are problems. But we are getting better. I think we're figuring out like how to maximize our chances. So. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Stream is way longer than I intended. I gotta go cook and hang out with America. Digital Daily soon. I'll do it tonight for sure. Rewatch Friday. Yes, as always. It will be the it'll be the finale, right? Have you guys seen the final 8 and 7 yet? Did we post that? I think we did. So I think it's just the finale, right? So we're doing finale. Next, we're doing Micronesia. She'll finally get to see Suri play. She'll see Ozzy play. She'll see Parvati play. I think it'll just like get her to be more of a Survivor fan. And there's a couple 50ers on there. But I want to get her ready for Heroes Villains. We'll watch Micronesia. We'll probably watch like 2 or 3. We'll probably watch like Micronesia, Token Teens, maybe one more season to prep her.
Well, we have time. It starts like in 2 weeks.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm not talking about prepping for 50. I'm saying prepping you for Heroes Villains eventually. I just don't want you to watch that season without like knowing the people because it's the best season of reality TV ever.
Should I start from 2 then?
No. Because it's not realistic to watch all of them. Anyways, is anyone live? Any of the friends? Isn't Quinn supposed to be live? Isn't this his time? I see Keanu's live. Should we raid Keanu? We can raid Keanu. Tell Keanu I say hi. And he's playing some Dead by Daylight. If you never played it, it's a fun game to play with your friends. Good night, y'all. I'll stream over the next few days.